Hi everybody. Hi everybody. It's your friend Daniel Legends. We have about 15 minutes until my alarm goes off on my phone and alarm clock. Because yeah, today being officially July, and with it now being the month of Eric Appreciation, finally it's the month of Eric Appreciation, and boy oh howdy am I happy. But yeah, it's me, Daniel Hutchins, here again at the Hutchins Hut. And yeah, so now we are catching you guys up with another information here on our friends comic book resources from my hut delivered to yours. So what's going on? What are we talking about here? We're gonna be talking about Ahsoka. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Ahsoka and Star Wars, more specifically Star Wars. Okay, cause make no mistake, my master Eric always loved Star Wars, and I as well. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Now, let's go after it. After Ahsoka, another Star Wars show on Disney Plus is also reportedly moving forward with their second season. So, even though Ahsoka may not be the only recent live action Star Wars show to receive a second season, rumor has it that, again, like we said a couple years ago on our channel, The Hutchins Hut, or more specifically, our original channel, Hutchins Hut, we were talking about the development on another season of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, according to our trustworthy scoop, Daniel Reckman, he says that Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2 is now in early development over on Lucasfilms. Unfortunately, our friend Daniel, the scoop, did not indicate when the second season was happening or when it was going to get released. But that's okay, because originally envisioned as a solo movie, we know Obi-Wan Kenobi was kind of retooled and redeveloped into a limited series, following again the financial failure we know from 2018 Solo, the Star Wars story. With the physical media release of Obi-Wan Kenobi, labeling it as complete series as then opposed to season 1. I think it's kind of clear why Lucasfilm initially had no intention of continuing this show despite fans being interested in Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, what does this mean? Well, it's set a decade after the Jedi Order was attacked again in Revenge of the Sith, we know, Order 66. So, the first season of Obi-Wan Kenobi follows the Jedi Master as he has to go on Hayden and has to rescue the kidnapped Princess Leia from the Galactic Empire and the Inquisitors, which brings him into a conflict head-to-head with his former apprentice, Darth Vader, who we also know is the fallen Anakin Skywalker. So, Ewan McGregor reprised his role from the Star Wars prequel trilogy as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and all the other friends come back as well. So, yeah, anyway. Um, yeah, it should be very interesting. Ewan McGregor has a few ideas on what he wants for Season 2. McGregor himself has repeatedly expressed interest in returning for Obi-Wan Kenobi, since it was only a limited series, and he wants to have more. Let the boy have more. So, his most recent comment is the possibility from the end of the second season came to the end, as we know, from 2024, last year, when he said, I really do want to have a... Hold on, I really do hope we get a chance to do another one. Between where I ended off in the series and when my 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 other actor Alec Guinness comes on the screen and meets Luke Skywalker. I think there's another few stories I can tell between that. And then he also shared that he wouldn't mind getting a chance to wear the Clone Wars armor, remarking from what he said at Los Angeles Comic Con in 2024. He said, "Yeah, I really hope I get to be able, to pick up where Alec Guinness did when he, meets Luke Skywalker, and I also wouldn't mind wearing the Clone Wars armor." He made a remark again at Comic Con Los Angeles last year in 2024. Again, I just had to repeat that because you guys weren't listening. But I think that would be really cool. I think it would be really something we would enjoy. Although not Obi-Wan Kenobi, eccentric, the young Princess Leia in the limited series, recently shares her ideas on how they can return to the period between prequels and originals. And by the way, having a teenager of Princess Leia, they want to have a teenager Princess Leia. We need to have less male centric Star Wars, she said. We need to have more women in Star Wars because we need strong female Star Wars universe, she says. I love to see if I can have a teenager Princess Leia series, she said back in April of this year. Something almost like, again, like, almost like the summer I turned pretty, XO, Kitty Askew, that type of shit. Or kind of like a high school romance thing where, you know, Princess Leia goes on like the junior senate. It would be really hard to difficult a story, but it would be really fun if, again, she had her do her own show. Okay, I apologize. But that's what's going on with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Again, from our friend Daniel Rickman over on the Direct. And in case you guys forgot, that is the poster we had from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Okay, y'all. Until next time. See you next time on the Hut.